Today's episode of the Josh Wiley channel is sponsored by Titanium Gun. If you're in the market for a good upgrade for your firearm, Titanium Gun are the guys to go see. Offering titanium nitride coating, zirconium nitride coating, and now offering Cerakote. Go to their website, print and fill out an order form, and send in your parts. Just go to titaniumgun.com. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 4 of the ATF Tapes. If this is your first time over here checking out one of these episodes, if this is the first ATF episode you've seen, I would very greatly appreciate it if you would take a look at the other 3 episodes in the series. If this is your first time over to the channel, I do a ton of stuff on this channel, so be sure to check it out and subscribe. So, anyways, this is episode 4 of the ATF Tapes. If you are new to the series, it is a relatively new series, and we are talking about the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. So we're going to talk about one alcohol, which is usually a whiskey of some sort, and a tobacco product, which is usually a cigar. So I am a big whiskey and cigar guy, so I do really love making these videos, and I hope you guys love them too, so be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. So hopefully you're grabbing a glass and a whiskey and a cigar as you watch this video with me. So that is the whiskey that we've got going on now is a little bit of Knob Creek. I can't remember, it's the regular Knob Creek. And Knob Creek it's not bad. I mean, I like Knob Creek. I've only tried the regular Knob Creek, not any of the other different ones that they do. They have a couple. I've only tried the regular one. It is kind of a stronger. I do believe the Knob Creek is 100 proof. I might be wrong on that, so don't quote me, but it is a little bit strong. But it's pretty good. And then the cigar that we've got going on today was sponsored by Southern Cigar Company. They have sponsored all the cigars for these videos, and I do appreciate it, and hopefully they will continue doing so. But this cigar we've got in this video is, and like I always say, I'm horrible at pronouncing anything that's not in English. It is from Alec Bradley. I have had Alec Bradley cigars before. I have liked, I think, just about all of the Alec Bradleys I've tried. This is a Occidental Reserve. Strength is mild medium. Wrapper is Ecuador, Connecticut. Size is Robusto, which is 5.0 by 50. 5.0 is the length of the cigar. 50 is the ring size, which is the diameter. And then the origin is Dominican Republic. So that is the whiskey and cigar we've got going on here. Now we're going to talk about, excuse me, the firearm part of this video, which this is a custom, technically a pistol. There's a steel chip there. Sorry, I got sidetracked. But this is a custom, technically a pistol that I really love. I built it, obviously, because it's custom. But today's firearm is the AR-15 pistol. So let's hop right into this guy. Usually the pistols that I'll show on here, there's not too much to talk about with the pistols because there's only so much you can do. The AR-15, however, is like a man's Lego set. I love the whole AR-15 platform because you can do so many different stuff to it. There's so many companies that make different stuff for it, and they're a real blast to put together and shoot. So let's just start at one side of this and we'll work our way down. So first off, the barrel, it is a 5.5-inch barrel. I can't remember who I got the barrel from. It was one of the this was one of the first builds I did, so I was going kind of cheap because it was a budget build, and I am all for. A lot of people really hate and dog on guys for doing budget AR-15 builds, rifle or pistol. And you know, everybody out there says you can't do a budget build, you shouldn't buy crap parts and stuff, and I mean, I get that, but you can still do a budget build, especially if it's your first one. You ain't got a whole lot of money, you know. I did when I first started building some of mine, so I got cheaper parts that worked. I mean, I never really had an issue with any. I mean, I'm not going out shooting all day long every day, so I mean, it's not like my AR-15s have a million rounds put through them, and if you do, then you might not want to do a budget build. And if you shoot that much, you've got plenty of money for ammo, so you wouldn't need to do a budget build to begin with. But with that aside, this was a budget build when I did it. I did get a 5.5 inch barrel. I can't, like I said, I can't remember who I got it from, but it was one of the cheaper ones. I have put a couple of different muzzle devices on here because I made a bunch at my shop and tried different things for a while. I haven't made any in a while, but they either got put on something else or I ended up not liking them and scrapping them. This has just got a thread protector on it. I made it like a 1/2 inch long and put a knurl all the way on the OD so you can take it off real easy. So that's what we got going on there. Then the handguard, I got the same length. I think it's 5 inch. Actually, I might be telling you wrong. I think the barrel might be the 7.5, and I got the 7 inch long handguard. I think that's what it is. I think I did a 5.5 on another build. So this might be the 7.5 inch barrel, and we went with a 7 inch handguard. This handguard I got a while ago, back when you could get cheap AR parts off of eBay, which I'm pretty sure you can't do anymore. I know for a little bit you could actually get stuff like this on Amazon. Then that completely went away. But after they went away from Amazon, you could still get a lot of stuff from eBay, and then I'm pretty sure that eventually went away. So as far as like kind of cheap knockoff parts for the ARs, if you're doing a budget build, I don't even know if you can get anymore. So if you can, great, drop it down in the comments to let everybody know. But like I said, a lot of the stuff like this I got off of eBay for real cheap. But it is a 4 Picatinny rail handguard. Down here I got another cheap angled grip. Actually, I think this came from a Tac Pack. I did a few videos for Tac Pack. I really like their company. They send a lot of pretty good high quality parts out. Really enjoy their stuff. I can't remember the name brand. I'm real bad with names in general. Like if I meet you and you tell me your name and then I see you a little bit later, I'm probably not going to know your name. I'm like that with like brands most of the time, unless I know you very well or like your company and I've worked with you a lot. Unless we've gotten to that stage, I probably won't remember your name or your company's name. I'm sorry. So pretty much all the brand names on a lot of the stuff are going to be up in there. Then we have a small light that, yeah, it still works. I haven't used this in a while. This is also something else I got from there we go. I forgot how to use it. I got this from Tac Pack. Like I said, still, I can't remember the name brand. But I did do a video on the box that this came from Tac Pack, and this was like the highlight of the box. And a lot of people liked it. A lot of people hated it. It's neat. I mean, I don't know if I put it on here. I didn't really have a light on here, so I just put it on here. I think the lumens are only like 20 or 30 lumens, and a lot of people like immediately get turned off by that. But it is pretty cool, and it's really tiny. And you do have a pressure switch on here, and it uses, I can't remember the battery, but it's like one of those thin watch battery type things. But you can push it, and it's got a light and then a red light on it. So you've got a red light, you push it once and it comes on, then you push it, you're going to push it and then push it again and the red light gets a little brighter. You push it and it'll cut off, and then if you push it and hold it, you've got the regular light that, I've got a light on in here, and you can see it's not that bright, but it's pretty neat. And then you push it again, cut it off. So that's it with up front. The sights I've got on here, the iron sights, they are flip up, which I really, really enjoy. It does have on the side here a button for each. It's the same button to flip it up. And then the only thing I don't like about these, like with the Magpul flip up sights that I showed in I believe it was episode 2 on another rifle build that I did, the Magpul sights, you push a button to flip them up and they'll just come back down. So if you were like to hit them with anything, they'd go ahead down. That's the only thing I don't like about these, is you actually have to depress the button again to get both of these guys to go back down. But other than that, I like it. That's the only thing I don't like about these. But they are from Dagger Defense. I have done a few videos with Dagger Defense, and I do believe they actually were the sponsor of episode 2 of the ATF tapes. If you're not in the loop with YouTube, YouTube can't stand firearm content or anything tobacco content, so this video was high on the list of being demonetized. So I reached out to a couple of the companies that I've done a lot of work with in the past with my YouTube channel to see if they'd be willing to sponsor some of the videos by putting commercials in them. So I am real thankful to those guys. That makes a little bit of money come in from these videos, because I make absolutely zero anytime I do these videos. But I did keep on doing it. I was interested in doing it because I like doing these type of videos. So that is why probably every episode of this you'll see a commercial in there. So I appreciate you guys if you're still watching these videos and you don't mind the commercials. I do, however, highly recommend you to check out the companies and all of the commercials that are featured on these episodes. So they are the flip-up sights from Dagger Defense. As you can tell, they are the Coyote Tan or the FDE anodized coating on here. Then we have this other piece down here, which is a magwell extension, which I'm not too crazy about. I put it on here because I got it. I believe I got that from Tac Pack as well, one of the Tac Pack boxes. Put it on here and it kind of stayed, but I'm not too crazy about it. I definitely could live without it. But name brand, it's got Rhino on here and an A, but I can't remember the name brand, I'm sorry. But it's kind of fine if you're like wanting to aim like doing this deal, which I don't usually. I'm like this all the time. So I did get that from Tac Pack. If you have done Tac Pack before, you might have this, I don't know, you might know what I'm talking about. Regular lower, regular grip, nothing special there. However, the upper, I have featured this upper in a few videos. I actually did this upper. The upper came from, it's got NC on here. Gosh, I wish I wasn't horrible with names. It was like, I want to keep saying Nordic, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the proper name. But what I did here was I wanted to get an upper without the feed ramp on here. I didn't want that. And then I didn't want a dust cover on it. I wanted it completely clean of everything that comes on a regular AR upper, because I wanted to turn it into a side charger. Like I said, I have done a couple of videos on here and everybody says, why is it on that side? Well, it is because I shoot rifles left-handed. So if it was on this side, it would kind of defeat the purpose. I have seen guys do that. And it's easier to do that because if you're able to cut it out like I did on this side, Doesn't matter if all the stuff that usually comes on the right side of this upper is there, because you do it on the left side. But I wanted it here because I shoot left-handed, so it's easier to work. I love having that side charger. It's really, really fun to shoot. And I mean, I find myself just sitting here just doing this a lot of the time. I mean, it's so awesome. One more. Okay, anyway, so that's what I did. The only thing I did here with the upper is I did have to cut a little bit off of the bottom of the ejection port here, and then followed it down here for relief for the handle to come all the way back on there to make it work. Then I just got a cheap BCG, which I can't even remember where I got it. It might be an Anderson, I think. I got the cheapest one I could find because I had this idea and I wanted it to work, and I wasn't sure if it would work, and I was scared that I'd end up getting into it and I'd royally screw it up, and then I'd have a bunch of money lost going down the drain. So I definitely did not see myself get a $300 bolt carry group to royally screw up. So I did get a cheaper one, the cheapest one I could find. And then I drilled a hole where I did some measurements to figure out where I needed the hole, and tapped it for, I think, it's a 1032 screw, real small screw. And tapped the hole to accept that screw, and then I made this little handle out of aluminum. Nothing big there, just a small side charging handle. Made it big enough inside for the screw that I got to fit into, and bolted it right to the BCG. So if you want to take the BCG out, you do have to take an Allen wrench and stick down in here and actually take the handle off before you take this down and pull the bolt carrier out. But this is one of the coolest things I ever built on this channel. And definitely the majority of people liked it. The people hate on so much stuff that I do on this channel, but this is one of those things that the majority of people like. Like the SD9, there's a lot of people that can't stand that pistol and hate anybody that gets it. But there is a lot of, it's a popular pistol. Not as popular as some pistols, but it is a popular pistol. A lot of people like that pistol. A lot of people like those videos, so I kept doing them. But a lot of people did like this. So that's the side charger I did. Before we get to the optic, nothing special going on back here. This is just a arm brace. Some of you remember there was a big ordeal with the ATFs with arm brace. You could use it and then you couldn't, and a whole bunch of stuff, and some you could use and some you couldn't. And the relationship between this being a pistol and a SBR, short barreled rifle, whole bunch of crap. So that's all that this is. It's just a piece of plastic. It doesn't move. It's a pistol brace, so you've got one screw on here that you loosen and tighten on your buffer tube. So if you want to extend this out a little bit, you can just loosen the screw down here and slide it out to where you want it and tighten the screw back so it's not adjustable, because that would be illegal. So anyway, the next thing on here and last thing, that's pretty much it with this build, is the optic. This is from Vortex, and it is the Vortex Crossfire red dot. I'm not even 100% sure if you can really get these. I got this guy a couple of years ago and really, really liked it. Like I said, it is a red dot, and it does have a couple of different settings. It's got a bunch of different brightness settings that you can do. So really, really, really like Vortex. I've got a couple of different optics from those guys. It's kind of a budget thing when you look at some of the other optics you've got. Like I've got an EOTech. That is an expensive optic. EOTech makes expensive optics. Then you've got a cheaper brand, like really, really cheap brands. And then you've got Vortex, which is in that sweet spot in the middle. They do make some expensive stuff. A little while ago, it's probably been a couple years ago. I don't even know if they still make these. It was like a Huey Vortex holographic sight that I never got to try out, but from what I saw online, that was they did a good job with that. So they do higher end, more expensive sights like that. Then they do red dots like this. They've got they vary in prices depending on which ones you get. This was one of the cheaper ones. I do believe only paid like $200 for the Vortex Crossfire, but I really like anything I've gotten from Vortex. I really liked. I've got a couple of scopes from them, and like I said, I like all of them. So that will probably conclude episode 4 of the ATF tapes. Do hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Like I said, hopefully you've got your whiskey and your cigar, enjoying this video with me. I do appreciate you guys checking this video out. And hopefully we've got more of these coming. So be sure to stay tuned. If you like these videos, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If this is your first ATF episode, be sure to check out the other 3. And let me know what you think about all of those. If you hate them, if you love them, let me know. Be sure to get subscribed to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.